in the top five, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Dropping back, it's Knight. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
Rides the back on the option. The give. Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn, from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such a great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run the football.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They go to the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. He'll try to do it himself. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves to change for the first down.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
A first down run in the red zone. He's going for the goal line, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game and the offense. They've got it moving now.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wants to throw on first down. Going for a big play right off the bat. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. They're dealing with a second and long. Now the play fake. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Flips it out to the back. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle, and they'll set up fourth.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Caught in the backfield, it's Henderson. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Wants to throw. It's Knight. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick and fast and in a hurry.
Sends it back in motion. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Right on the money. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Back to pass. There's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Gonna look downfield again. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
That's a really good-looking throw right there. And that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. The running back has it. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. We've got a timeout from the kicking team.
Timeout, Washington.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They want to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Handoff to the lone back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Finds his tight end. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Looking for a man. It's Knight. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down, turning it on. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Thompson. Oh, he's getting ahead of... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Auburn!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like...
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You talk about dialing up the perfect play against the bootleg. The cat blitz. They bring the corner right to where he's bootlegging. They force the sack. Nice call by the defense.
The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Tripped up for the tackle.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offensive quarterback find one, they could hurt you. You saw it right there on the crossing line.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pick off! What a play by this defense! And they'll get him down after a solid return. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you've got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you do, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Knight. It's complete to the right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. There he goes. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To keep it in the air. A lot of defenders around on that screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
He fires a bullet to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Looking to pass. It's Matthews. Unloads it left. Another incompletion on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. To the air on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They want nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. What a disappointment. No good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Holmes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They've played really well in this first half.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Williams. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Washington right back to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. With the catch, it's Harris. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Comes the Auburn offense. Out of the gun, the give to the back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? It's Matthews. Makes the grab. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Auburn going to work with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot play.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll move the tight end. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Florida State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Tallahassee for some time. They're up by 32 over ULM. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. They're working that left side. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Power football with the run. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Washington wants to go quickly. Off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Eldridge. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Washington coming to the line with another first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Off the play fake on first down. Looking for a huge play. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Military stop. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Looking left. And his throw is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this 4th down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to pull his way in. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And 4th down and short nowadays, man, it means green light. Keep your foot on the gas, stay aggressive. They opt to go for it, forget the field goal. Nice job by the quarterback, getting rid of the football, making sure you have enough to get the first down. Now set up in a great situation with the 1st and goal.
They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Huskies! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field. But interesting to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it. But I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Trying to beat the D deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
He's got it in the end zone. The two-point conversion is good, and we have a one-possession game late. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on the guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's Knight. Under fire. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, and when they get hurried, and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. A low line drive and short kick. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Here comes the biggest drive for this defense. They need this stop the way the rest of us need oxygen. If they don't get it, they're done. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Here comes the heat. Makes the catch. Inside the 45. Breaks into the open. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this 4th quarter.
And right down the middle.
38, Washington, 23.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over.
Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now on 1st down from the 28. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. So here comes the Auburn offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Across the 25. just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Knight. Throwing right. He's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. He knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it. And
looking deep down the right side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Wants to adjust the pattern. Timeout is called with just a single second left. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.